Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to bout number 7 of the evening. Please welcome to cage side, Czarek Oleksiejczuk.
Czarek Oleksiejczuk, hailing from Poland. Team GSK 2-0 and just 16 years old, Dean. The youngest athlete on the entire card tonight. This bout an international, and with an excellent choice in walkout music, I must add. If you heard me on KSW before, you've heard this tune. I love it, and I love the scene in Poland right now, Dean. It says a whole lot about what Czarek is capable of coming over to compete in the UK tonight. And this amateur lightweight contest, I think, is going to be a real eye-opener for the crowd. These guys are fast, they're dangerous, aggressive, so well coached. They've grown up in the sport as an MMA artist from the ground up. That speaks volumes about how to develop a young fighter.
Don't let his age fool you. He's very skilled, very powerful for 16 years old. He's 2-0 for a reason, and he comes to win every time. Very exciting to watch, very tenacious fighter.
And you think about the scene in Poland, Dean, with the globalization of MMA and everything that the sport has seen with growth. It really says a lot about the domestic scene here in the UK to get fighters from the scene over there.
Especially at that young age, to come in and perform in front of all these people in this wonderful arena, to come and deliver the goods and not get fazed by all the weigh-ins, the talks, the people that want to talk to you, the cameras. He's able just to come in here and perform. It's a testament to how he's going to grow. He's just going to get better and better and go to the elite levels.
Well, 2-0. Will he be able to get another one here tonight? Back to Buddy Johnson, and we'll bring out his opponent.
And his opponent, please welcome Rajal Hussain.
Tonight, the second man to throw on the gloves here at lightweight. Rajal Hussain, 20 years of age, 1-1 out of Nottingham MMA. And Rajal, again, very well-rounded, very determined, very tenacious team. And when you matchmake, that's matchmaking heaven.
Rajal has worked diligently on his wrestling, excellent grappler. If you can see there from his cauliflower ears, he spent a lot of time on the mat perfecting his craft.
The head pressure is there. The fence pressure is there. He's very good, as you said, in the clinch and the dirty boxing. The thing I like about Hussain is his calm and cool attitude. On the flip side, though, you take a look at Czarek, his opponent, just pacing, looking, enjoying the moment, soaking up the limelight. It really speaks volumes about the mental preparation, the astute nature and concentration of these guys, Dean.
Hussain looking very focused as always, really comes in here with his heart in his hands and fights it out.
Back to Buddy Johnson, and we'll make this match of up-and-coming youngsters official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we get ready for three-minute rounds in the amateur lightweight division. This bout sponsored by Sandy and Sandy Fightwear. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this man weighed in officially at 70 kilograms with a flawless record of 2 wins with no losses and no draws. Fighting out of Poland, he is Czarek Oleksiejczuk. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man weighed in officially at 70 kilograms with a record of 1 win with 1 loss and 0 draws. Fighting out of Nottingham, England, he is Rajal Hussain. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Simon Roycroft.
2 incredibly gifted, young, exciting fighters. This one at lightweight. Out of the red corner, in this case, Rajal Hussain taking on Czarek Oleksiejczuk. The 2 youngsters, Dean, great records. 2-0 for Oleksiejczuk, 1-1 for Rajal Hussain. Nottingham for Hussain, and out of Poland in Team GSK for Oleksiejczuk.
Czarek coming out southpaw.
Long left hand, launching in. Gets the body lock. And the way he executed that, Dean, bumps the hip up and then dumps him down, slides the knee in for the pass, doesn't let go of the hips. This is a fighter way ahead of 16 years of age.
Turned off the center line beautifully there, and Hussain forced to go down to his back. Hussain using this to stand up now. Overhooking the head there, very difficult to finish the guillotine in this position.
And folks, you're looking at a young man who's either just learned or learning to drive right now. And he's sitting here in front of us, showing a level of control, the way he holds onto the legs, works his way in and out of half guard, knows when to defend, knows when to attack. Hyper awareness.
He's got a great ability to utilize his arms. The anatomy of his body, just rips them in, uses the leverage there to put the power in that short distance. He's just worked out so much about his body and his skills at such a young age. It's amazing to watch.
And the fans, no doubt, back home in Polska, loving it. Czarek just absolutely relentless. Look at that, defends the leg, turns away, swaps to the back. I mean, make no mistake, Hussain is doing a lot of the right things here to defend against this, but it's just what Czarek is doing so well.
Czarek is getting off quick. He's just a bit faster in the exchanges. Hussain looking to use that Kimura. Watch for him to try and stand up and try and flip Czarek over. Has to be really careful about not giving his back up here. Looking for the trip.
And Oleksiejczuk drags him down. If you can get one hook in, that would be optimal. And now, 2 hooks, however, a little too low.
Czarek looking to get those hooks in, but like you said, Chris, he was a bit too low, but he doesn't give up, sticks to his opponent, and ends up on top. Really important in an MMA fight.
Cheeky little punches from the bottom. And
Hussain looking to...
Yeah, he looked for the hip bump sweep.
Yeah.
Stole the words out of my mouth. Fine minds think alike, and right now, 2 fine young minds duking it out here in center ring for the MMAC, and the pace is slowed a bit, but it's still a very tactile performance.
Hussain doing some great control from the guard, slowing down, as you said, Chris, Czarek from the top. He's aware of the power, aware of the tenacity and the speed of Czarek on top of him. Might be circling around for the armbar. Interested to see if he utilizes, nice up kick from the bottom. So he utilizes the cage to stand up here. He could, at the end of the round, right. So Hussain's got to be asking questions, how do I get on top? Maybe he's going to look to strike on the outside. Czarek showing his excellent skills on the ground, and I think his speed is key in this fight, Chris.
It seemed to me the speed and the transitions in particular was the difference, team. First and foremost, the move that stuck out was that reverse body lock. The way he bumps the hips up and then dumps him down. He did it on several occasions. There wasn't really a clean back take out of it, but more importantly, it controlled and threatened positions against Hussain, who was unable to really improve or measure any offense. The defense was there, but the offense really has to be credited to Czarek Oleksiejczuk in this case. How do you see things going down in the next?
Hussain forced to defend there, and that takes a lot out of a person, Chris. He'll be utilizing a lot of his energy to anti-grapple, whereas Czarek was on top with the pressure. Let's see if Hussain opens up his striking game and tries to take Czarek down underneath these strikes. He might even look for the KO, Chris.
As things continue, it's going to be very compelling to see how both fighters learn from each other. The type of learner you are in MMA is often the difference. It's going down here in Birmingham, live from the Q Club. Round 2 coming your way. You look at the breathing, you look at the posture. Both fighters nod and looked at each other there, Dean, as the referee called them out.
Big left hands there and caught the leg and tripped Hussain, did Czarek.
It looked to me like both fighters had really recovered quite well throughout that round.
Hussain now finds himself on the bottom. He really needs to start thinking about being really active here, threatening submissions, but not giving up his position.
And by that I mean recovery after the first round into the second, throughout the interim period there.
Hussain on the bottom here, looking a bit bewildered, not sure, going for the scissor sweep, but just not getting it. Czarek able to utilized that pass, now sitting in half guard.
And the way that Czarek sat down there was certainly a measured defense to that scissor sweep. The way he sits down and controls the leg there, I love that. And Czarek Oleksiejczuk certainly nullified just a little bit more by Hussain. I like the way Hussain was dragging those arms down, trying to achieve double wrist control here.
Foot on the hip from Hussain, looking to swivel around, but he needs to control the upper body of Czarek. You can't let him down, posture up and rain down shots.
It's a little bit of a game of cat and mouse at this point, Dean.
Hussain on the bottom, playing catch up. He needs to start implementing some things that are going to throw Czarek off. He can't let him sediment his base and his weight down like that up against the cage, using his head. Brilliant there, threatening the Kimura, but Czarek senses it and swivels round, looking to take the back. Hussain needs to be really careful about giving his back up here.
It'd be a mirror image of what happened in the last round, Dean.
Looking for the hooks. Czarek, one hook. Oh no, alleviated. Back to the mount. Bit of pressure on his arm, but being such a young age as well, Chris, often the dexterity and flexibility of joints is a bit more higher. The older people tend to have tighter joints and muscles, perhaps due to more muscle size. But Czarek able to just hop round and alleviate that pressure on his elbow. Now looking for the back take again.
And that was a gamble there by Hussain. The way he was controlling the elbow there with that figure four. You see the way he's holding onto it still. But he may have just committed a slight error there in giving us back. We're going to have to see whether or not Oleg can get the, Oleksiejczuk can get those hooks in.
Hussain doing the right thing. He's using his hips heavy there on the leg. You see he starts to pass off to his left side. He's looking to flatten that leg. And again, he might do it now to his right side. Look, watch his hips. He's put his hips to the sky. And try and, oi, this could be in. This looks very, very tight, Chris. Rear naked choke and the tap there. Czarek, such a young age, able to manipulate the back and secure that choke in so tight.
That was spectacular. And I think the failure was 2-on-1, was the figure four on one arm. Czarek was able to slide in the choking arm, work it out, and then get the figure four from there. Again, there was a lot of strategy at play there. Both fighters banking on certain maneuvers. Hussain in that case, the figure four. Oleksiejczuk, though, able to get the back for a second time in this fight in the second round, and it was the second time that was the charm. Czarek Oleksiejczuk, 16 years old, 3-0, covered in the Polish colors. Watch out, world.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for both fighters. Come on! Our referee called a stoppage to this bout at 2 minutes 51 seconds of the second round. Your winner with a rare naked choke in the blue corner, Czarek Oleksiejczuk. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Rajal Hussain.